Hello everybody, this is BScat100 and welcome back to some more BlazBlue Chronophantasma Extend. In the previous episode, we had gone through more of... That's not the right thing. Oh. If you'll excuse me for a minute. Alright, hello everybody, this is BCL100 and welcome back to some more BlazBlue Chronophantasma Extend. In the previous episode, you saw... we began Kagura's story. And, all of that footage that you just saw go by, that's what happened. I don't know why it didn't save, but that's okay. No skin off my nose. I just need to remember this started about 3 minutes in, just for the sake of recording. We saw that the Imperator was tightening her grip on Kagura, and Kagura made a move, though what happens in the shadows we don't know about yet. I'm sure that's what we're going to find out in Determination. Which, that's what we're going to be doing today. So if you'd like to see, leave a like down below, comment if you have anything to say, subscribe to me if you haven't already, click that bell so you're notified of everything that I do when I do it, and share it to friends so they can join in on this adventure. Now then, without further ado, let us actually hop into Episode 4, Determination. Just gonna turn this back, just in case.
You can stop now, sir. Right. Damn it. You really shouldn't do stuff you're not used to. Your performance was so awful, I worried we would be found out almost immediately.
Well, yours was brilliant. Give me at least a little credit, though. Look at all this blood.
In any event, we seem to have fooled them, so I'm feeling rather relieved.
Are we up? Have you called our friends?
Yes, already done. Right here.
Hey, this is Kokonoe.
This is the first time I've talked to you outside of a secret message. Thank you for your help. Oh, I'm Kagura Mutsuki, by the way.
I put that one together myself. I'm glad to see you made it out of Ikaruga in one piece.
Yeah, one piece might be pushing it a little. Your man really packs a punch.
You were the one who said we needed a little reality to sell it.
Oh, indeed. I think it was a great success.
Hibiki, you little...
Save the flirting for later. You and I need to talk business. So far, everything's on schedule. But there are 3 items we might need to change around. I'll send you details later.
Asriel's one of them, right? Sounds good.
I've also sent you an invoice for Tager's repair bill. Don't you dare try and weasel your way out of it.
I think it's safe to say she lives up to her reputation.
Maybe, but without her, I don't think we could have got our lord to safety. Is His Highness safe? What's he doing right now?
I'm right here.
Ah, Your Highness.
Hi, Homura.
We've already left, don't worry.
Good, good. I'm glad you're safe, my lord.
Kagura, Hibiki, I'm here now because of your efforts on my behalf. It is no exaggeration to say I owe you my life. You have my gratitude.
Not at all, my lord. We endangered you in the first place and failed to keep you safe. We owe you our sincerest apologies.
You have served your country well. But the fault here lies with me. I have sacrificed many lives and endangered many more. Both yours and those of my citizens.
Your Highness. I'm sorry, Hibiki, but could you give us a moment?
Of course.
I understand your sentiment, but... You must live, my lord. Many depend on you.
I am aware of this. It is, of course, my duty. Kagura?
There is something we must discuss, Your Highness, if you have the time.
What is it?
It's not that simple. Telling you will almost certainly cause more people to die.
What? And you would still ask, whatever this is of me?
Not exactly. I only need for you to decide which path you wish to take.
Can you elaborate?
Of course. The first option is to allow the world to proceed as it wishes and remain in hiding. You could have a peaceful life with no more blood on your hands.
And the other choice?
You listen to what I have to tell you and fight to return Ikaruga to its former glory. This path will undoubtedly result in loss of life, as well as pain for you and many others.
So you would ask me to choose between these?
Yes, Your Highness.
May I make my choice after hearing what you have to say?
I'm afraid that once I tell you, going into hiding will no longer be an option.
I see. What is it that you think I should do? What do you feel is the correct answer here?
Your Highness, this is something that you must decide yourself. I have to ask you to make this decision without my input. It's a choice you can't escape from. But whatever you decide, I will remain at your side.
I see. Then I will hear what you have to say, Kagura.
You have my deepest gratitude.
There is no need for thanks. I made the choice myself.
I promise that I will keep you safe, no matter what happens.
Thank you. Now please continue.
Of course, my lord. I will begin with the fate that you were born into, and the truth of this world.
Classified conversations.
At least it was until I remembered it's full of reconstruction paperwork.
Lord Kagura, you're already back?
What's wrong, Hibiki? You don't seem happy to see me.
Things were actually quite pleasant in your absence, sir.
You know, I've been meaning to ask you, you do actually realize I'm your boss, right?
Of course, and you manage me just as effectively as you do your drinking, relationships, and personal hygiene.
Damn, I got rid of one pain in the ass just to come back to this one.
Ah, that reminds me. A woman left a message while you were gone. She expressed a desire to speak with you.
Desire? Ooh, I like the sound of that. Was she hot?
I'll connect you right away.
Wait, what?
It's Kokonoe.
What is it?
It's a pleasure to see you again, Professor Kokonoe. Lord Kagura has returned, and I'm contacting you as promised.
Thanks. What's wrong? You have a stroke?
No, nothing. I'm fine. Totally fine. What can I do for you?
Right. Well, there's a lot to cover, but let's start with Azrael.
You found something?
We've determined he's talking to one of the committee members. Which member, though, we still don't know. I'm willing to bet they aren't the top of this particular food chain, though.
And you think the top is in the NOL?
I couldn't say, but capturing the committee member, Azrael, Ikaruga getting sealed, the timing seems too perfect to be coincidence.
Good point.
Sooner or later, we're going to have to catch him. And when that day comes, I'm going to be asking for your help.
I figured you would be. I thought I'd wrap all this up with a war, but now I've got more questions than answers.
Well, speaking of questions, I heard Jin got promoted after his impromptu command.
Yeah, he bumped off Tencho and ended the war. Made him a hero.
Disappointed?
Ah, not at all. In fact, now that everyone's paying attention to him and hoping some of that glory will rub off on them, I've got a lot more freedom. I'm still worried, though. If the Imperator was involved in all this, what were they after?
Whatever the answer to that one is, I'm guessing your goal is the same?
Point taken.
I also need to talk to you about our artifact.
What?
Allow me. Here's my report regarding Kushinada's linchpin, as requested by Professor Kokonoe.
That thing that makes Seether useless? You found it?
Yes. His Highness provided us with information that definitively places it beneath the city of Watatsumi, sealed away.
From what I can gather, Tenjo wanted to use it during the war, which means he knew it existed.
So, you're saying that the reason for the Ikaruga Civil War was to create a black beast?
Yes, but before Tenjo could activate it, they fired Take Mikazuchi, one of the Nox Nectoris anti-black beast weapons, and destroyed Ibukido.
And that's why the Ikaruga Federation suddenly wanted a truce.
The war was too useful for the NOL, though. Why would they waste a chance to attack Lord Tenjo, one of their most powerful enemies? If all this is true, it would explain a lot. But it's a rather terrifying theory. And I'm sure he's there, too, hiding somewhere in the darkness.
Yuki Terami, one of the 6 heroes.
Yes. Whatever you do, Kagura, watch out for him.
If he's got a position of power in the NOL, that limits the number of posts he could be in. Intelligence has been looking pretty suspicious.
Right. Well, if you find anything out, let me know.
Of course. You don't approve of our alliance?
You know that I have complete faith in you, sir.
Uh-huh. Look, seriously, sorry for all the trouble. I'm really gonna need your help on this one, Hibiki.
You need my help on everyone, sir.
Good.
Right. Well, time to get started then.
I will always be by your side, sir.
Ample EX. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is everything. Well, oh, that's when we can do the gags. Okay. Again, as I said, I'm not doing the gags. No. Maybe at some point down the line I'll come back and do it, but I just want story. And I've been getting story, but I want more story. And considering the one game that would be getting in the way of me going to the next game here isn't coming out until early 2021, I'm probably just going to be hopping right into the next one. So, I really thought I was going to be able to just access the credits sequence again. Okay, well, future me, please do what you do best. You know what I need done. So that was BlazBlue Chronophantasma Extends. And we learned quite a lot. We learned quite a bit. Everything from the continuation of the story that we already knew to what happened before the story we already knew. Some of the events leading up to it. The alliance between Kokonoe and Kagura, for example. Or the reason why... Bullet is on her search. We learned, the Imperator and her true nature. We learned more of the stories of the 6 heroes, and the whole reason behind Kushinada's linchpin. Now, I'm gonna set the gag ending aside, even though that was something we did encounter in it. It's not something I want to take in consideration when I'm reviewing the game. I think it was good. I think it was a great, obviously, a great continuation to the BlazBlue series, at least Ragnar's arc. And what I mean by that, I'll get to that later. Music, fight scenes, the way that they did the split story, so you could technically play it in any order, at least to the come on, brain. At least to the section, like where it's sectioned off between story stuff. Whatever, we'll be here. And no matter what path you go down. Now, obviously, I did not take the, I guess what would be considered to be the quote correct pathing. But I mean, it seems to me that no matter which one you do, it will fill in the gaps one way or another, which is excellent. And obviously, we have one more game in this series, Central Fiction, and they certainly set it up for something special, didn't they? It seems that the final clash is going to happen between the Imperator's forces and the protagonists, and where Ragnar falls in that, we don't know. So there's still quite a bit of questions, but hopefully they're going to get answered one way or another. Now, surprise, surprise, my thoughts are scattered all over the place, and this wasn't a consistent line of thinking. Whoopee. If you really want to know what my thoughts are, you can just watch this. I mean, you probably already do if you've been watching the series through, because I sprinkle my thoughts throughout the game here and there. But as I said, we have one more game to go in this arc. I was tipped off to a little rumor that there may be another BlazBlue game that's going to be premiering on the PS5. But not Ragnar's Arc, and I'm not considering that a spoiler because I did read into the BlazBlue a little bit when I was doing research, and it seems that BlazBlue is actually kind of a split. Like there's a split timeline in BlazBlue. Though the specifics of that I'm not quite aware of that. I'm gonna have to go through that again. But basically, one split is where Ragnar's story takes place, and then another split is something completely different. So if I'm reading into it correctly, they're going to be expanding on the other split from the PS5 game onward. So whatever happens in the next game, we're going to be wrapping things up one way or another. And instead of me repeating this same information over and over again, I'm going to wrap up this episode. So thank you guys for watching, not just this episode, but through the entire series. I know this, much like many other series on the channel, took so long to finish. I had that long hiatus and whatever else, but we finally got to the end, and I'm very glad of you who stuck through and joined me on this throughout the entire time. But I think that's really all I have to say. So I will see you guys in the next and final game. So long, everybody.